game.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna like. That has done the amount of damage. They don't start taking damage until they get above the damage threshold.
Yes, and it tells the players on their screen what the damage threshold is. If you're used to playing at home, you probably have never experienced Storm Surge in a normal game, but it is very common in competitive because everyone wants to last until late game, earn those extra points, and wind up getting those placement points to come on through. Watching Letwick and Quexy right now, it's so scrappy, Ninja. It's not your normal thing to look up and freely grab everything you want. Here, I mean, look at the inventory. A ton of heavy assault rifle, 2 heavy
To loot, they're not going to be able to loot normally. They'll have every single spot is definitely going to be contested, or have talented players who are surrounded. You got to be constantly worried about getting sniped. All it takes is a 2 seconds to be caught off guard, and you can get dinked twice with an infantry rifle, and boom, there goes 100, 160 health, man, just like that.
89 players left now in the lobby as Twiz and Cover H, the duo, do get cut down. 45 duos remaining. The second zone has just been revealed, and again, Storm Surge will begin after that. I absolutely think it's going to happen. That will be for 70-plus players. So keep that in mind as this goes on. Players who haven't really done any damage will know that they're going to be at a point where their hand is going to gotta be forced. They're going to have to put on a little bit of aggression. You're going to see the game pick up just a little bit here. There's Snappy and Red Rush. Already in the next zone, they're more than happy to just farm up this metal structure and claim it as their own.
They're actually very centralized as well.
Yep.
I mean, a really great strategy that you're going to see a lot of people are going to be using throughout this weekend in solos and in duos is to just try to get in the dead center of the second zone and honestly just kind of pray that the circle is going to continue to rotate in your favor. I mean, I'm still looking at a lot of these guys' inventories. One guy just gets knocked in front of him, like going to try to save his team. It's not going to happen. But there's not a lot of rotation items. I haven't seen a lot of shockwave grenades. I haven't seen a lot of shadow bombs. I don't see any launch pads in anyone's inventory. Yeah. It's going to be such a, like, the rotations late game are going to be nuts. People are going to get lasered out of the sky.
And Letwick now all by himself in a 1 versus 2. Still quite healthy between the two of them. Harvey still playing the slow ground, trying to spray out the opponent, and look at the material count. 4 Volks, 135 total builds. It does look like Letwick just kind of ran away, but I don't believe Letwick was able to grab his teammates' reboot card, so will basically be by himself the rest of this game.
You know, it's going to be almost impossible to perform alone when your teammate is not. Above you guys can see that, which means that there's somebody who has 106 damage less than them that is currently below they are hits and that's actually the beauty of Storm Surge, right? You don't necessarily only want people to one by one. Break and circle moves, then you're gonna lights that are gonna be forced to break out because players need to get above that.
Divot, Diner. You see Clicks and Skeptic. Yeah, the very young duo. You just see yourself. I didn't even know you could farm this.
I didn't know you could get down there.
This is the beauty of it, right? This is the top players in the world showing off the little things that they know that no one else can pick up on. Many teams already stacking here. So many materials to be farmed up. And for a lot of players, Ninja, once they get max, they don't just stop there. They keep farming to have an excess for more if they need to expend a lot of materials quickly. On the bottom right of your screen, you see a fight going down in Salty Springs. A lot of grenades being thrown right there. That's going to be Serpent and Hype.
Spot. Yeah. You guys can look up the map that we're staring at. Every single team is now in the safe zone. Everyone in the safe next circle is moving in. And double head sniper is in play. For those guys who do not know, a heavy sniper will take out a metal wall, take out pretty much anything. Does 1,500 damage.
Yes.
Structures. So you get 2 teammates who have double heavy snipers. They can see a team line up a shot of somebody hiding in 1 by 1 and be able to take them out.
And that changes the game completely. Once you hear double heavy, you can no longer sit still ever. Or if you know where they're at, you have to make sure you have at least 2 walls of cover on that side to protect you from the inevitable double snipe. And when we say double snipe, it's as far as 1, 2, 3, shoot. And they both fire at the same time and catch you off guard.
Yeah. Items. You got 6 shadows for this guy, and they have a baller, so they're sitting pretty. I think these guys are in a great spot.
Absolutely. And you see the zone did just update towards the northern side of this current storm. Storm Surge is now in play, so players beginning to drop. 80 players in total in this game. They will just rotate on out of here. Don't want the fight. That's Jay now quite weak. With Storm Surge beginning to tick in, Quentin and Lanouf now having to push the fight as Storm Surge is as well. And you see it just kind of smites them down from the heavens, and there they go. Getting dropped by Storm Surge. Unfortunate for them, but again, with not enough damage done, they do fall below that threshold.
It really does just force people into some pretty tricky situations, but again, man, it just goes to show a lot of aggressiveness is going to pay off for teams. You don't want to be put in that situation where, you know, you have to be better than you in combat. You know what I mean? And Airwax and Nikov.
That's a replay.
Wait, was that a replay? They just went down.
Airwax and Nikov are winners. While Airwax are back-to-back winner of the Pro-Am does go down. Airwax double qualified as well. First game for them. They do go out quite early on. 71 players left in this game. 38 duos. Again, it's a slow crawl as everyone begins to drop. Have you ever seen anything like this in competitive?
No, I think that the only time that we saw numbers like this were when the circles they didn't really chunk that much and they were more centralized and competitive. So really no one had to rotate that much and no one had to fight. So now that these circles are really just kind of moving around the map, you can't really predict them. Players who have getting great aim, who are focusing on trying to rotate in the circle. Now look, there's so many people coming from the south right now. And it's just free kills and you guys are in the top, good solid aim. Now you're going to catch it right now, already getting deep, spamming the face, trying to make it difficult as possible to hit. A lot of look at already trying to figure out right now, where's he going to land? Look at all the already one shot comes down, he's going to be able to make it. 8 grenades. So, I mean, if you can get already getting focused on the outside, I'd be able to win some kills too.
Yep, that's right there. They do box up in time. Save the campfire for the late game, it appears. Ronaldo
save the campfire.
In the elimination right there. Metro. They're set up currently in the zone. 68 players left.
Love watching this guy play, man. I'm serious. I mean, here's you check it. Two guns right now. He's on the combat shotgun, so he has no spray guns. All right, spray guns. Assault rifle, scar, anything like that. You know, you gotta have to have a gun that can shoot pretty quickly to kill players and hit players either one by very different. 5 slurps, 2 slurps, 5 chug splashes.
They already have a slurp ticking. This is insane.
Super close to the zone as well. They don't have to move too far.
Yep, and material-wise, look at that. 35 total builds. They're in a fantastic position to make some noise. This game will definitely keep up to date with them. The slipstream slowly begins to shut down Ninja, but with so many slipstreams still available in this current zone, a lot of players are going to use that to rotate on in freely without for the shadow bomb. There's your whole map right there. The eastern side of the zone. They're going to have to inch a little bit more towards.
Start pushing them. I'm sorry, I just can't, man. You guys know with the Sting fan, these players are so hard to spray through the walls and actually deal damage to them. So you need things like grenades, like Sting, that like force people out of their 1x1 as they're rotating away and trying to build.
See the Sting right now. And Mongrel gets immediately ripped in two as it seemed like the lobby began to focus him right there. His duo still alive.
With good rotation, Lux is
Storm Surge has 12 damage below. The zone pushing as well. So in this position, with the zone at their back, Metro spray players who have to push in the zone. They have plenty of storm damage. They've got to push right out of it. Metro knows that. Now begins the fire. Does just below as well. One of the players who qualified multiple times. So
also has great rotation. Still intact. Here's the thing that you just mentioned, all these players who are going to be rotating in, being forced to rotate in. Everyone knows that.
Very little ammo though. Look, these are the last 9 assault rifle shots in Dub's inventory. It is getting scrappy, folks. There's the split. Still only 80, meaning 50 shots to work with. The zone still pushing. 61 players left. Reminder, folks, this is game number 1 of 6 today. competition. Dubs does go down as a player got that back wall. He's not quite ready for it. Mega frantically backing on up, trying to create some space. Will he be able to?
He's gonna go. Points of damage, and there's now the upgraded versions of the Legendary and the Epic have 10 shots instead of 8, so I mean it just packs a punch, man. It can really catch players off guard, and that's exactly what you're going to need when you're playing against these top players who will literally build and protect themselves when they get shot.
Folks, there are 45 players left in this very, very small zone. We are now on our 6th storm. You see it's about to begin to move, and players will frantically have to go across the map. Zayt and Sap right now discussing exactly what they should drop, pulling up their map, looking exactly where they have to go. 44 left in this one.
We already got people using shockwave grenades, guys.
Yep.
This is a very far rotation for the second movement circle. So this is going to be very quick to potentially get stuck on their launch pads because there's so much frequent building. It's going to be nuts. Who's going to try to take the high ground? Or people start to use the high ground.
The high ground is everything in competitive Fortnite late game. Everyone frantically moving away from the common enemy of everyone, which is that storm circle. Macwood taking zone damage. Daedra as well. King slowly bouncing on through with the shadow bomb, and does land.
Storm?
Yes, but it's taking no storm damage, just playing right on the edge. Yeah, right on the edge of the zone right now. We'll just stay boxed up for a brief moment. As now there's 36 players remaining, stomping the elimination feed. Arkram now goes down as well. You can see the elimination feed at the top left to keep track of your favorite players. There's so much is going on. This is what tunneling is. When you hear players mention tunneling, this is it right here. You move with the zone, you tunnel your way in, give yourself cover, but not a lot of materials left. Only 22 builds, and this zone is stacked. But look who's on the high ground. It's Mr. Savage and Benji Fishing.
That was your 2 picks, so good for you. All right, I have to owe you a bet there, man. What's that? All right. Mongo, unfortunately, you still have no Mitchell's still alive. I mean, listen, people are dying left and right being eliminated. More Savage just using another shockwave grenade. He already had a high ground, though. The question is, are people going to try to take it? You know that if you really want the chance to win this, you're going to have to try to take the high ground off, and or have the rocket launcher to just take him out of it.
He's just so weak, and Mr. Savage just looks up and beams the player out of the air. It's all Benji, Fishy, and Mr. Savage in the elimination feed right now. 24 players left in this one. But 20 duos. There's almost no duos remaining, Ninja.
Right, it's all solos, and this is kind of what's going to happen, man.
Mr. Savage goes down.
It's up to Benji, and listen, Benji's been in this position before. We know he can handle it. Nitro's still in the game as well. I just saw him. He looks incredibly healthy, but now taking some storm damage. Benji's just going to try to get the materials. Not a lot left. They're only using the shadows. I think he has 1 build left.
Yep.
That's it. That's all he has.
He's got 10 total builds.
10 total builds.
He's just trying to outlast as many players as possible. Remember these placement points. We've made it into our top 10 duos. Now into our top 8. Zayt and Sap now. Zayt and Sap now on the high ground.
This game.
One of the only duo left. This has a Zayt and Sap win written all over it. Mitro, Mongrel's duo, was all by himself very early on. Still alive in this one. 40 Storm now getting beamed. Can the North American American duo of Zate and Saf close this out, raining down fire from up top. You see the frantic builds coming in. Benji Fishy goes down. Mega, Mitro, and Scarlet on the low ground. Shots still coming on in. Zate and Saf just sitting pretty.
Mitro just got a double, I think. 5 limbs.
Tries to get it done, not enough. Zate and Saf, 2 versus 1. Will they take game number 1? Yes, they will.
Zate and Saf had the high ground, and they used it the entire game. Rain fire from above. We're able to pick up 5 limbs plus 10 placement points. That's going to be 15 points game 1.
Talk about a monster game number 1. You saw the immediate reaction. They know how key that was. And I've watched so many games of competitive Fortnite, Ninja. They were the only duo left with still like 18 players remaining. When they get the high ground like that, they send 1 player down to get close. Scarlet was already weak, and there's just no shot. In the end, the veteran players of Zate and Saf take game number 1. And you know, Ninja, that was a big topic of conversation. Players with LAN experience, players who've been around the Fortnite competitive scene at these major events for a long time. Will they let the nerves get to them? Guess what? The answer is no. Zate and Saf take game number 1.
Kept their composure. It was absolutely incredible to watch, man. And seriously, these guys have been absolutely dominant in the World Cup qualifiers online. And it's only fair that they continue to show their dominance here at the actual World Cup stage.
Brilliant performance. You know that their game plan is always last as long as possible.
Absolutely.
But the fact that they made it through those storm surges, even with them not getting very aggressive, they had 0 limbs down to those final few moments. Mr. Savage and Benji Fisher, we have to talk about them for a second as well. The European young duo, they were on the high ground. It was looking good, Ninja, but so many players focusing them, the shockwave grenades as well, and they had no healing left.
It's unfortunate, man. We have a group full of these players who are literally the best in the world. They know exactly how to win, right? So if they don't have the high ground, they know that whenever there is a shot goes up and knock them off the high ground, when you have shield like Zane and Nap at the end of the high ground, I mean, so
What a sigh of relief.
Incredible first game, and we're only just getting started.
We're only just getting started. Remember, 6 games the duos competition. $50 million awarded. Tomorrow we do it all over again, except with solos. So you want to stay glued to the streams here for the Fortnite World Cup Finals live from New York City. Use the hashtag Fortnite World Cup. Get involved in the conversation. Send to Ninja and I your thoughts after game number 1. Who surprised you? What are you looking forward to in games 2 through 6? For me, other things I noticed, man. You've got to be on your A game. When it comes down to taking note of where you are with the storm surge, those were longer storm surges that have lasted than I've ever seen before.
I don't think I've ever seen the game so much.
Yep.
Because here we are having 80 people left after the second circle. You know what I mean? Like, and these guys, they're not going to let you hit them. You know what I mean? And if you want to put shots on these guys, it's going to be when they're flying in the air, rotating, which you also expose yourself to the shot. You know, absolutely. High reward, man. Right? So, let's I wonder if the guys who did get hit a lot of the storm surges are going to make it in the second game. Are they going to be a little bit more aggressive?
That's a great way to think of it. I know there were so many people that want to give their thoughts on these games, but over at Unreal Island, we got our very own Sundown with his thoughts on game 1.
So much courage in Ninja in the first match of the duos competition is over, and the victory royale from experience wins out. We talked about Energy Zate and Ghost Sap and how they've been playing so long together, and that endgame was a prime example of textbook Zate and Sap. We're going to re-roll it one more time. We're going to break down kind of how they were able to keep the control. Now pay attention right away. You can see on the backside, Sap has one angle while Zate is going forward, and they're moving back over the tarps they've already established. So the angles they make sure they're covering everything. They hear the shots below, they're putting the fire down for them. Scarlet is able to get but doesn't have enough to get out. Zate and Sap, 5 victory royale, 15 points, showing that their competitive experience, their experience on stage and at major LAN events is winning out right now. They say, nerds, what nerds? Might as well be playing at home on our own stations because they are just that good. Match 1 is over. Time to get back over the stage for match 2. Ninja and Courage, take it away.
Thank you very much, Sundown. Great stuff as always there from Unreal Island outside of the venue, enjoying the event themselves. But again, one in the book. Obviously, so many the moments can be so hectic. So before we hop into game 2, we will have a status update for you all at home. Who do you think's up top of it right now? Well, guess what? It's Sap and Zane.
And maybe Mr. Savage, man. Incredibly clutch solo moves and plays.
Both of our predictions.
And they're still like, imagine when they're healthy, when they actually get some good rotation items. I love how they play the late game, man.
Placement points so key. You did a great job pointing out Mitro at the end. And not only does he stay alive, has movement items, but he can find some who they can see probably the top 3 in on leaderboards. Again, here are your standings for game number 1. Cubs and Mega, they wound up making it through as well, and that's because of Mega staying alive.
Step it up in this next game. Game 2 is about to get on its way, man. Are you ready?
I am ready. Ladies
ready?
and gentlemen, in this sold-out arena, are you guys ready for game number 2? Oh, yeah, they are. Oh, yeah, they are. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The battle bus has launched. Game number 2 of the Fortnite World Cup Duo Finals is underway.
Again, I'm just going to keep saying it, the most nerve-wracking part of any competition is the second you step out. Gonna get back into the flow, back into the farming mentality. And man, I'm looking at these llamas on my screen. I'm just hoping that they find them. There's nothing greater than finding the new upgraded llamas.
Dude, they're crazy. And they're everywhere. You got 50 llamas in a very small area. And players have gotten better at spot from very, very far away.
You just actually have to tell yourself, hey, we should probably look for llamas as we're flying in because, you know, players are landing next to you, but if you actually keep an eye out for that adorable pink shadow campfire, minis.
And remember, materials get used at 500 each height. It's the spend much less time looting. Farming, much more time looting. And you can say perfect using the Shadow Bomb Ninja. For players at home who are wondering how he can just use it for way more than lets you use it for. Play with it inside the mountain.
Yeah, all you have to do is just continue that jump animation. That's going to trigger the double jump. And as long as you don't touch any solid ground, you're going to be able to continue to double bounce back. Probably going to go out and do something like that. Do that on the mountain, by the way.
For sure, as we now take a look at
Storm is
landing
far,
side of
man.
the map, and this is Storm is very far. Great point to bring up there. We can see on our side, the zone right now takes come out at Dusty Tilted, and the rest of the second map are in play. So everyone here in the middle and south side will have to move, and you see the elimination rate very early on. Element does get cut down, so a tough start for the teams right now. Either way, though, Daedra and M11Z
They have players
down in Loot Lake. Lucky Lake. They do have a duo nearby.
Looks like they're trying to obviously back. Lucky Lake is not really for two people, more than two people land here. One of them is going to be leaving. All the
HP off the start of this one, just getting ticks. The spray does come on through. A third party, though, beginning to shoot down on a U. So another player putting their attention towards this fight. He does go down. It's now Yuang all by himself, and no materials left. Ninja can't even take a wall. They're really. This is an abysmal position to be in. Yuang knows that. Trying to fall back to his things is maybe.
these players really are kind of hesitant. You know what I mean? They don't necessarily want to push. There is a third party now. They don't have a lot of shields.
Are they going to get
So
off the
this
right
is
play?
Ewing goes forward. And he's going to get the double! He's going to get the double and the revive on KBB. And there's the delicious chocolate grenades that just slid down the ramp.
Them down. The 4 builds left. I believe there was some help. The shots that came by, which weakened them at first. Yue gets the cleanup on the last one right there. What a swing. Shot does come in on the keys, though, as the fight going down just outside the desert side of the map. The Slacks up against 2.
Running out of materials already, and guess what? These guys are at the farthest point of the storm. So this is not, they can't afford this fight, right? The longer this takes, they're not going to be able to get materials. They're burning all this fight right now. To make up for it.
That was
and he took the knock on Landjock.
And Landjock and Punisher went down early last game as well, and it looks like Landjock will suffer the same fate here.
Upgraded combat shotgun, you know he's going to take that. Punisher trying to make some plays here. Still now it is a 2-on-1 situation. Trying to play the numbers advantage. About to start moving, so they're going to have to make some plays sooner rather than later.
No ammunition.
Very build.
No shield. Dispels disaster, and Punisher goes down. And there's the frustration in the player camera right there. Slacks and keys. 2 quick eliminations. But you mentioned they can't afford to do that. It takes so much time in that fight. They got to go very far still. Now over to Neo Tilted. Clicks and Skeptic.
Incredible place. Bad Sniper goes down, and now he's continuing to branch out. You guys are fight like this. He always wants to do exactly what he's doing right now, which is branch out.
Skeptic just 8 builds left. They're trying to stay alive right now. Has time to pop 1 mini, and it looks like they're going to go for it. They made the conscious decision to try to build out, but no. They back up for a moment.
Finally get the shotgun.
We take the L. Oh my God! That's a crack. Did he just take the L in real life? This is land. This dude's gonna come over. But the Sting's coming in.
Sting's coming in. 22 health left. Campfire down. He has.
Oh, and look who's here!
Third party.
Look who's here! And he puts up the take the L, and EU says no, no, no. This is the World Cup, baby. Metro and Mongrel. Full HP. And they storm roll through. Right there.
Wow, incredible. Look at that. Heavy shotgun.
And wait for players to move in from the slipstream. you might be able to deal a lot of damage. And remember, you might think, oh, well, there's no way you're going to get that elimination. I'm not even talking about that. I'm saying free damage for Storm Surge when that comes into play, because it is going to happen very, very soon here. We're about a minute away.
It literally looks like we've been watching. But there's 84 players left still.
Yep. I guess it's a testament to our observers backstage. Great stuff to them. Sizzlucky does take a bit of storm damage right there. Chug splashes in the inventory. And Ninja,
like a dolphin.
Chug splashes and came into the game and completely taken competitive by Storm. Are they the best team in this meta?
I think that, there's a lot of items that get added where, not everyone is all unanimous about it, right? Some people do not like it. But let me tell you something about these splashes. I don't think I've ever seen more positive reactions from an item being added than when Chug splashes were added. I mean, nothing but positivity on Twitter. It was absolutely incredible. I woke up to some delightful posts. Delightful posts. Yeah. You don't know what they are. Each one, splash, they come in packs of 2. You can stack up to 6. They give you 20 health, 4 shield, whatever you're missing.
And they're instant. You throw them around, and they can be used to heal you and your teammates around you, as well as really well controlling your enemies that you knocked. Here are Mongrel and Mitro in the zone, and you talked about this inventory. I'm going to come out and say it right now. There is no way someone in this lobby has a better inventory than what Mongrel has right now. And when you come into this, they were already in your top 3. So they're in a position right now, Ninja, where if they have a pop-off performance right here, with only 6 games being played after the first 2, they could be your leaders.
Absolutely. I mean, they were only 2 points away from first. Yep. They didn't even win the game. And Mongrel went down early before placement points were even rewarded. So, Sean in another fight with Quentin and his squad. Sean trying to take the wall here. And he's out of light ammo.
Out of materials.
That's out of materials. So he can't even spray right now. All he can do is spray an AR, and that's not really going to be effective against top players that are actually trying to take walls.
Well, the player trying to drop a trap down there with Hayden. Hayden is not falling for it. This seasoned veteran trying to cover his back. Players beginning to spray on through. Stink bombs dropping, and there's one of limb. Another shot comes in.
Gets his shield. That's why he went for the thirst.
Yep.
And grabbed the mats. 365 mats now. He is, or more than that. He's got to
get out of the stinks. They've got to get out of the stinks.
So weak 2.
Look at how weak they are.
And don't they can get both Sean and Aiden. I think that's exactly what they should. They split up. And now he's trying to take them one by one. He's getting pushed by more than one person.
Quick reaction from Aiden, but this looks like it could spell disaster for the duo. Damage down 639. He does go down, though the quick edit comes through.
Making plays. Now it's up to Sean. Can he clutch it? Only 2 HP. Got some minis. Picked up some ammunition now for his minigun. But looks like Spades is just way more healthy. And obviously there's 3 other players who are around him as well. So what's he going to do? Looks like he's going for high ground. Smart play, but he's out of mats.
Oh, no, he does. He's got wood. He's good. Yeah, we both freaked out.
Going to put himself in a nice pyramid. For those of you guys who don't know, when a brick or a metal pyramid.
Big thing to know. Look at his zone. He has to push. That's it. He has to push. He has 52 health, but the zone is right at his back. He's got to go. Don't even worry about Storm Surge. They're 446 above
as well. Has a shot, and he's going to be taken down. I mean, that's just the worst position to be in any competitive game, is being weak, low materials, low health, and being forced to push in.
Every time you watch Aiden, and whoever he's playing with, they are always... Yes. If you remember the famous moment, I think for me, arguably one of the most famous moments in Fortnite competitive history was the Nick Merckx and Aiden duo, where they made it into the big bonus about a year ago.
Oh my God.
And a crowd popped off. Well, they're always scrappy getting into eliminations. Here, the stat popped up for a second. Aiden and Sean had done 680 damage in the game. The average in the lobby was 80. They were 600 above in this lobby already. Unfortunately, though, when you fight that much, there's a higher chance of you going down. Speaking of potential fights, here's Sizzlucky and Brush, who we saw earlier on in the last game at Fatal Fields struggle to stay alive. Now in another tough spot, as they're both low on shields and low on health.
Decent rotation items, 2 shadows and launch pad. Again, I always want to keep striking. You guys have 1 shadow. 1 shadow can get you into another zone. Right? Yep. It's going to hopefully get you those placement points that you need, or even put you in a position to get some eliminations. But yeah, as you said with Aiden, we mentioned earlier, are people going to change how they're going to play? Are they going to what? I'm pretty sure we can say that Aiden's squad is not doing anything different. They're being incredibly aggressive. They're putting the damage down. And unfortunately, there were just too many players who took advantage that they were weak.
And that was the top 5 leading into this game. You see it updated again right there on your screen of where the leaderboard is at the moment. Mitro and Mongrel staying alive,
in a great spot,
holding this pyramid edit. And for people at home who might not know, he's not exposed right there, right, Ninja? He's peeking through his build.
Correct. As you guys are moving through a pyramid, you hit edit on it, you cannot be seen, right? And you can also see through it. It's a very amazing feature. Fortnite Battle Royale.
What a Battle Royale, the ultimate Battle Royale experience.
Ultimate Battle Royale experience, man. Blue T is in the storm, taking damage, a lot of damage, and he's still going to be rotating. Road taking damage as well. Thomas going to have to make some plays. And there goes Road. He actually just got knocked. 66 players remain in this storm. It's kind of moving a little bit away from Pleasant Park, but it's once you have a high ground mountain in play, I mean, I'm wondering if it's going to go north.
There's 3 high ground mountains in play, and
really mixes it up late game.
A drone ship that people can wind up going on top of, and those are brilliant to use.
Oh, absolutely. If you guys can get up on top of those, guess what? You have ultimate high ground on the map without having to place any mats.
Yep.
It's incredible. You can get sniped from above. Also, it's incredibly different for the 2 players that are up there. But it's important to know that after you get close to damage, so there goes. Have any rotation, not glider, redeploy, anything like that. Yikes. That's a massive yikes. You have to pray that someone can put 1 pad down underneath the crowd.
Risk it all. Both these teams will mess that up now. We talked about our game 1 winners, which is again 10th place. They're currently set on up in this zone for the moment.
Did they just get the zone as well? Are they the yellow team in the mini-map? I mean, they're close enough for sure. I can see. I think no, they got to rotate a little bit, but look, they got 4 shockwave grenades.
Yep. And they'll be all right. They'll be able to make it happen.
Airwax and Peacock, man. Here we go. They have to rotate the farthest. Look at how many stack players are on this side of the lobby right now, and they're all going to have to move very soon.
Yeah. Arkham and Falconer have a tough rotation ahead. Slacks and Keys. Watch them fight a little bit earlier on against Landjock and Pasha.
Heels to his teammate comes in.
Yep.
No, he missed one.
He admitted. No, teammate's full. Teammate's full.
I was playing with Myth the other day, and he was using a lot of tug flashes without me, so I'm really sensitive on it. We'll let you and Myth handle that one. As again, it seems like some tension there, but we continue on. 6 folks. The match will be going on today. 62 players left. It is 35 duos. You see Arkham and Falconer. Looks like they did a duo shockwave to try to fly across the map together. As the frantic rotation begins to move on in, more storm surges begin to come into play as well. Jack, I have a question for you, man.
Yes.
Once these circles start closing into so small, who gets to play? Rotate it right away once it's revealed if you're far out, or to wait and be the last team?
For me, it comes down to what you have in your inventory, where you are at, the lead reports as well. If I'm in a position where I know I need to make some ground up on lead reports, I want to rotate early and try to begin to spray back on the opponents to get re-elimination. Yeah. So you begin to just build on up and get that Hudson and spray on down as well. In this one, though, again, all comes down to rotation. If you have nothing to rotate with and you're far away, I think you play late and hope someone else drops a launch pad near you and use that community pad to your advantage.
Yeah, we're looking over here at Ewing. 3 eliminations, sitting here with some very good materials, and definitely a very delicious loadout. Anyone with a heavy sniper and blue
the game is Snobby short with that clutch. When BBB did go down, so there's this one
has that beautiful good combat where he clutches it, man.
Get ever asked for it. Nearly 100 builds in this one.
You see they're marking right now. I think they have a double heavy sniper combo.
They're marking double heavy where they're saying, focus this, zone's closing there.
We're going to find out soon enough. It literally looks like he's marking exactly. He's trying to look and see. Yep,
they do have a double heavy sniper. And Ninja called it. The man knows. They see one. And
you guys saw the pyramid. This is exactly what Jack talked about earlier. You need 2 walls, 2 layers protecting you from one of those walls. So the sniper will not take you down.
But they've got the tools. They need to open all doors, as I put it. And this zone, Ninja,
it just moved over a mountain, man.
It just moved off the side of the mountain, so high ground will be in play. But at the same time, Ninja, half of the low ground still in play, so it's not as bad a position for the low ground players. Here's a look at Mongrel Mitro. Remember, Mongrel did go down early on in the last game. He's got to back on up because he's burning through materials very, very quickly. They're far above this storm surge, so they're good for the moment. And there's the replenish from his teammate in Mitro. 64 total builds left.
Always see them doing this. They always split half and half match with one another, and then they go and collect the others in the perfect way, making sure you got that
Sap just sneaking up through with that shadow bomb. The spray coming in from Mongrel. Stink bomb is hit as well. Everyone focusing these players on the outside. They've got the minigun fire firing too. The lobby now picking up quick as we move into our pit zone.
The storm is closing in, and that's going to be forcing everyone to get into where the safe zone is right now. It is moving in towards Pleasant Park. Guys, this is absolutely insane. 51 players still remain, by the way, in a circle this small. We're just trying to get as many as possible as people are rotating in.
Mitro on the bottom right of your screen with that minigun has 631 bullets. Mongrel in a fight. Gets one player weak, but does have the back on him.
Get the clutch. Someone else stole the kill from him.
Mitro gets chucked as well.
Still have a launch pad, but again, when you're in a situation like this, blow down, they're getting sprayed. They're going to be eliminated, and Mongrel also, sorry, Airwax just went down as well.
And you see Cease in the elimination feed. Does look like, if you remember early on, Elevate did go down there.
So delicious.
They go for it. Zane Sap, do they do it?
Do you go for it? There's a launch pad there and so many materials.
This is game-changing loot right now. They've got the builds to go for it if they want.
They're going to do it.
They're going to make the play.
A gold combat shotgun too, man.
Zane and Sap
Uncontested.
That's one of those risk versus reward plays that can help set them up for 2 victory royales in a row.
Too, man.
Oh, that was making a statement. We know that was juicy loot.
They're making a statement saying, listen, we're from NA, we're here to play. Taking out the Evil, they didn't know they took them out, but they're definitely taking their loot.
Yeah, for sure. As they pull them up.
They both each have a launch pad, both have 2 shotgun grenades, and they're going to go. He didn't get it, though. They try to get both at the same time. Going to be flying. This is it, another massive rotation going to be taken in the center of Pleasant Park. They're 167 damage above the threshold, so they're looking pretty good right now. The question is, are they going to keep mid ground, go for low ground, high ground? What's the play?
They didn't get the full launch pad. He might have to use his own. Yes, he does again, and that actually works out. He hits his head on something, which takes him down from having to fly all the way up and float and get beat. They're going to challenge high ground right now. Zayt and Sap looking to do what many would think was impossible, which is win back-to-back games in the stack lobby. Just saw Falconer in the feed as well. Arkrum with an elimination too. 19 duos left as we're moving towards the placement points, Ninja, and these duos know exactly that. 3 points if you make it into the top 15, which could be the difference between first and dead last.
What are they going to do? Are they going to prioritize rotation in and not taking damage, or are they going to play it a little risky and go for the limbs? You're going to be shooting one for a limb. A lot of spray, shotgun shots, AR shots. Someone taking the high ground. So it all depends on how they're playing fast.
Many more duos remaining in this game, unlike the last one. Zayt with another elimination right there on a KBB. You've got Snappy and Red Rush on the high ground, and Snap
over the play.
The high ground. Will he get it?
He's gonna get it. He has it.
Zayt's got high ground. Zayt has high ground as they go to try to push for 2 victory royales in a row. Sap is there as well, but Snappy just appeared right behind Sap and shotgunned him down there.
Zayt right now is gonna have to concede to the high ground. Snappy, and he's just gonna have to stay alive as long as possible. Try to get some placement points. He is obviously a talented player, top player. He can definitely make something happen, and I'm interested to see what he's going to do.
Cease has been by himself since the first moment of this game when Elevate went down at 98 players remaining, and he's somehow still alive. There goes Mega. You've got Darox and Item on the low ground. Vorwin getting chopped down as well. Zayt with about 100 HP. Uh-oh. Here comes Vinny and Zexro. They're trying to challenge the high ground.
He's going to be eliminated from the back. Zayt taken down as well. Snappy still with the high ground. Zex and Vinny, TSM crew, looking good, and they're going to take it. They just took high ground. Snappy gave it to him.
And they just got the high ground. Great use of the shockwave as well. Vinny as well as Zexro on hype for the moment. 5 eliminations so far. They're putting their names in the hat for potential victory royale in this game.
Down, right? They want those links.
Warwin now with eliminations back-to-back. 4 players left in this one. Zexro and Vinny spraying from the high ground. It's a 2 versus 1. The player right on the edge of the zone. The shockwave into the air. And he's going to drop on down to hype for the moment. The spray coming on in. It's not enough. Zexro and Vinny.
TSM takes game 2 with style. Both alive. You love to see it.
The victory royale and 7 eliminations. Look at that. Vinny's and Zexro looks like
oh my goodness, it's pretty expected at this point. But God, 2 and 18 to take it game 1 and game 2, and honestly, I think that we can all say the teams hyped up the most have been even. Guess what? Mongrel and Mitro, man, they've also been performing well. They still have so many points from elimination. Oh, man, what a great game. They're taking shots at the same time.
Pop off, man. He wants to pop off. Zexro's about to start cranking 90s or default dancing in the lobby.
He's trying to talk about literally what are they going to do in the next game. Yeah, that's what that focus is. That reminds me.
¿Really? Ah, pero ¿por qué me ha parecido?
Jumps all the way to 3 million. So everyone, eyes on that top prize. We are just one part of the way through the action today. But I know we had a lot of fun up here, Ninja. What an absolute blast. Ladies and gentlemen, can we give a round of applause to Ninja for hopping in for some guest casting? What a great job. That's going to do it for us for now up here on the caster desk. But I know Zeke is down.
Ay. ¿Cuándo puedo verlo?